Hey guys, my name is Spencer and this is Tech Talk, the new show where we talk about reviews, unboxings, first impressions, about anything nerdy, geeky, comic related, movies, anything you guys can think of that involves entertainment. Today we're going to do, for our first show, a review on the new Moto X, the 2014 edition. This guy is pretty much the same as the 2013 edition, with a few little tweaks and design changes here and there, as well as in the software. So let's start out by talking with the design. So pretty much it's the same as the 2013 edition. It does have the same curve on the back, which does fit in your hand pretty nicely. It gives it that premium feel. It also has the customized backs. Now for the 2014 edition, you have a couple of different options. You have the soft plastic, you have leather, which is a new addition to the 2014 model. You also have some wood grains as well. On this one in particularly, we have the ebony wood grain. I do have it engraved on the bottom here with a red accent. And those are all customization features that you can do through the Moto Maker on Motorola's website. Also, with the new 2014 edition, there is a new metal frame that goes all the way around the phone. It gives it that premium feel. It also houses the antennas. As before in the 2013 model, the antennas were built into the phone, so Motorola went with the outside antenna way, I guess, kind of like Apple's doing with the iPhones. They're on the back of the phone, just trying to boost signal quality overall. Also, the volume rockers are pretty much the same. You got the power button and the volume rockers underneath. The power button on the 2014 model does, however, have some texture to it, so you do kind of notice the difference when you're doing a little feel around the side for that power button. And they also are more tactile, so you get a nice little click when you're clicking on them. Also, as I mentioned before, you can do some of the customizations through the Moto Maker. You do have an option of a white or black front. So those are the kind of the only two options they give you in the Moto Maker. I would have liked to see like a red. My opinion, I personally like red phones. Can't wait for the Droid Turbo. That's going to be awesome. And then again, like I mentioned, on the back with the red accent color, you can change where the little dimple is. That's also returning to the 2014 model. It is, however, a single piece, the dimple, opposed to on the 2013 model, it was kind of built in to the backing. But now they kind of went with a singular piece, popped it in there. So I honestly think it looks nicer than the Moto X 2013 edition. And then the accents, you can change the grills up at the top here. I'll get a better view for you guys. But I have mine with the red accent as well. As for the screen, you do get a 5.2-inch AMOLED display. Now with the AMOLED displays, they give very rich and saturated pictures. You also get very clear and crisp text. It's very easy on the eyes to read, going through web pages, going through any text messaging, any messaging at all. Anything with text, it's very crisp and clear. Along, like I said, with the colors, they just pop out, especially the reds, the yellows, the warmer colors just really pop out at you, and it's pretty intense. You also have a very loud speaker. But the speaker is by far, the best sounding speaker, opposed to the HTC One, which does have that dual boom sound speakers. But for a single speaker in the front, it does sound pretty clear and it's very loud. As for the OS, it does use a close to stock version of Android, 4.4 KitKat as of now. Hopefully soon they'll be upgrading to 5.0 Lollipop, which I can't wait to officially be pushed out there with the final build. I have worked with some preview builds and I like what I'm seeing so far, but again, even with preview builds, they can make changes, they can get rid of things, make some tweaks here and there, so I can't wait to get a hand on the final build. So again, as for the OS, because it's close to stock, it's very smooth, it's very fast. You're pretty much just flying through any Moto or any apps, any screens. Everything seems to load very fast, all your apps. So it's very fluid, very fast, and it's just a fun operating system to work with. You're more than likely to get the updates pretty much right after they come out. I'd say about a month or so afterwards, because Google has to update their Nexus line first overall, and then once that gets updated, then they'll start pushing out the update to Motorola, and then followed by usually HTC, Samsung, LG. So those guys have their own skinned versions of Android, so that's why it takes them a little longer to make those changes. A few things Motorola did put in along with the Android operating system to kind of make it their own. They put in some Moto enhancements, one of which is the Moto Display. So the Moto Display is pretty much a feature that gives you notifications at a glance. So when you pull your phone out of your pocket, your phone will light up, it'll show you the time and any notifications you might have. It can show up to 3 notifications. You just give it a little tap and it'll give you brief information of the notification. If you do have more than one, you can slide it over to the left or to the right, depending on which notification you want to see, and it'll give you information about that as well. And then you can also swipe up to open the app in which the notification came from, or you can just swipe down to unlock the phone. Lastly, there's the big part of the Moto X line. It's the Moto Voice. So Motorola has actually done a lot in the 2014 model to kind of change the Moto Voice, to make it more accurate, to make it more personalized. By personalized, I mean you can change the detection hot words pretty much. So usually it's OK Google or OK Google Now, and it'll bring up the voice detection. Now with the new Moto Voice, you could say OK Moto X, and as you can tell, my phone just turned on. Or you can say hello buddy, what's up Moto X, whatever you need, whatever you want it to be. It does have to be about 4 or 5 syllables long, or else it kind of gives you a little error that it's not long enough or whatever. So it's a nice feature. I love using the hands-on. I didn't see myself using the voice controls a lot with other phones, but now with the Moto X, I definitely use it a lot more than I thought I would. And now on to the 2 most important parts of any phone. One, the camera. So this guy right here has a 13 megapixel camera. It also has a new ring LED flash that goes around the camera. It's pretty much got just 2 LEDs on the sides with kind of like a filler LED lens. So the camera in itself is a bit hit or miss. I have had some pretty good pictures in normal light and just regular, daytime light. But pretty much anything with low light or kind of indoor shots are kind of, again, it's hit or miss. Some of them turn out to be crisp and clear, others turn out to be really noisy and grainy, and just not good quality for, kind of a flagship phone. So again, Motorola, they kind of improved the camera a little bit, I'd say, but in terms of the 2013 model, but it's still not the best camera out there. Along with the pictures, you do have video recording, of course. The Moto X can do 4K video recording as well as slow motion. The 4K is actually pretty good. I did some 4K videos and they turned out to be really good and nice looking and crisp. The slow motion I really haven't tried out yet. I did do a little bit here and there, and you know, it's good. I think because the camera doesn't have optical image stabilization, that everything is not as smooth as it should be, like with the iPhone 6. But it's still a good feature. It's something that I will have to play with more so on in the future. This little guy has, you know, it's a decent sized battery. It's a 24 milliamp hour battery, which pretty much for moderate to heavy use will get you through about the whole day. So, which is fine because I charge my phone every night anyway, along with all my other devices. So it gets me through the whole day. Probably by the end of the day, I'm using, or I have left over about 30% to 20%. I do get a lot of notifications, text messages, all that stuff. A few phone calls here and there. So really, it's, you know, it's a good battery. You know, for what I use it for just a basic average consumer, it'll last you the day. So yeah, pretty much it's a great phone. I think it probably won't be the best phone of 2014, but it's definitely up there in my opinion. I haven't, because I'm so new and because I am just starting this channel, I don't expect to get any early releases or review copies of any devices, phones, tablets, cameras anytime soon. As this channel progresses and as we get further into you know, the YouTube world with more videos and stuff like that, I will be submitting requests to get some more review devices. I do have a few things planned for you guys in terms of unboxings and other reviews. They're a little older devices, the reviews are, but like I said, because I'm so new and because, you know, I'm just an average guy, I don't have the budget to go out and buy all those new devices, you know, even though I wish I could, to give you guys a first look and to give you guys my opinions on them so that it can make your life easier in terms of purchasing, and so you know what to get and you're not surprised with anything, you know, good or bad in terms of functionality, quality, anything like that. So yep, that's pretty much it, guys. I know it's kind of been a rough video, but if you stuck along this long, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like or a subscribe, thumbs up, whatever you guys say. Still getting kind of used to the terminology here. But yeah, you know, I really want this channel to succeed. I'm not in it for the money, the fame, or whatever. I just want to have fun. I want to give you guys some insight on the technology and all the entertainment aspects of things, so that you have a better understanding of what's going on, how things work, what to expect. So again, you know, I really just want this channel to be kind of a fun channel, a community channel. If you guys have anything to add, any questions, comments, whatever, leave them in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer any questions for you. I'll take any criticism, any love you guys can give me to help make this video and channel better. So I want this to be a community channel. I want anything you guys have to say, any opinions at all, good or bad, it really doesn't matter. Just throw them on me and I'll I'm not a soft guy in terms of feelings, so you know, I can take some criticism and it'll be creative criticism. So whatever you guys, like I said, can give me will be immensely helpful. So thank you guys again, and I'll be trying to get out videos probably every other week or so, so that we can have fresh material for you guys. So again, thanks, and I'll see you next time.